Hey, all right. So I'm recording this. My name is Levi Simons. I am a newly hired postdoc at UCLA's Institute for Environment and Sustainability. I just defended my thesis 3 weeks ago now over at USC in marine environmental biology. And I'm here to give you some background on who I am, what I do, whatnot. So first question is, when and how did you discover your interest in science? So I think as long as I can remember, even as a kid, I liked just nature, and also just any books about just limits of like what's the biggest number, how were things invented. I've always like was just really curious about how anyone like just how things were developed, how were they discovered. And I just remember that from a really early age. And my parents were pretty supportive of that, so they used to subscribe to a lot of sort of general science publications. And even though I probably only understood like 10% what was in them, it was pretty interesting to me. So stuff like Scientific American, Discover Magazine, that sort of thing. It's just a, yeah, really early age kind of thing. So goals for the future. Well, all right. Anyway, so I finally finished grad school, so that felt like an accomplishment. Done with school finally at the age of 37, so hooray. So goals for the future. I want to keep doing research because it's just fun for me. I just really my main goal in life is I don't want to be bored. Um, well, I also want to be nice to people, but I just don't want to be bored. And so to that end, I want to be able to keep doing research in ecology, specifically stuff like urban ecology, ecology of human dominated systems like farms. And I want to be able to keep mentoring students. So that could be grad students, but it could also be high school students. I used to be a high school science teacher, in a former life before I decided I was going to go back to school. So anyway, what makes you most excited about your science related career? Well, I mean, the big thing, which is just like, I don't get bored. Like I've had tons of jobs. I've worked for decades for a lot of different things. Some jobs are interesting, but yeah, there's just like a lot of jobs that just get routine. You kind of know what you're going to get, and that can be comfortable. But I don't know. I kind of just start to tune out. And so with science, I never really know what's going to happen, which is just a lot more fun. Also with teaching, because of like I don't know the answer. I don't get bored with it. Um, so I think I'm kind of the personal opinion that the kind of people that are scientists today, for most of human history, probably would have been shamans. And the great thing about science being invented a couple hundred years ago, it was like the first time in human history we took people like that and were able to get sort of useful, reproducible work out of them. So I think that's been an accomplishment. I kind of think that's, oh yeah, I probably got off track answering that question. Okay. So, what are some obstacles you've encountered so far? How did you overcome them, and was it worth it? Oh, tons of obstacles. I mean, the whole point of grad school is like an initiation, right? So they can't send you off into the desert and see if you survive. So you have to, publish and defend yourself, and there's a qualifying exam and whatnot. So obstacles, I mean, maybe the biggest one, just like going through grad school in marine environmental biology, is I had no bio background at all. I took like a high school bio class in 1997, and then I started a PhD program in marine environmental bio, with that being my only sort of formal training in it, which was pretty much kind of useless. I mean, this is like before even the human genome was sequenced. So the first year of grad school was a horrendously steep learning curve. So there's just a lot of things that professors would just kind of like state as like I'm supposed to know it, and I'm like, I don't know, like I know what the nitrogen cycle is. I know of nitrogen. So that was really stressful. Other things that are more par for the course for oh, and how do I overcome it? Basically brute force. I don't know if I'd recommend that, but I came in as a cohort of 3 students total my year, so and none of us actually had biology backgrounds either. So that was, I don't know how we did it. Yeah, just brute force. I don't, like I said, I don't recommend it. You can do it, but be smarter about it. So how, let's see, other stuff. I mean, the typical thing as a scientist is like trying to like apply for funding to be able to do the kind of things you want to do. So My first year, I kind of just panicked and worked with professors on any proposal possible. So I think 15 or something my first year I worked with people on, 2 of which got funded. So that's how I was able to get paid to do the research became a thesis as well as some other research. So and how did I overcome that? You just write. And by the way, with grant writing, I had experience this way before starting grad school. Just expect to get rejected 90% of the time. And, after your 50th or 60th proposal, you don't really feel anything anymore when you get rejected. So you just got to keep practicing and not take it personally, because the people at NSF or NIH or whatever, like, they don't hate you, they don't care. So, but the important thing is they don't care, and they don't like not care in a negative way. So I don't know. I'm not sure if any other advice, but I can always take questions if someone wants to email me or something like that. So anyway, I hope you're excited to take data and work with the good folks in the CaleDNA group. They've been really awesome. I've worked with them for a couple of years. So, all right.